it away from my face a little bit. We'll keep it right here. Hello, everybody. Yay. Welcome to the not so newlywed game. Here are our lovely couples. Let's start by giving them a round of applause for being so brave and courageous. So before we explain any of the rules, I want to give these lovely folks a chance to introduce themselves. So we'll go around and say both of your names and how long you have been married. Hold it right up to your face.
David and Susan Ryder, and we have been married 64 years as of today, which is our
And he sent me flowers.
Well, congratulations, you two.
Thank you.
Oh, new shoes.
It's too loud.
Give it back. Thank you. Hold it further away. Just me. You hold it close.
Lee and Andy Larson, and we've been married 52 years next month.
Jerry and Leslie jurors.
Now you turn it on.
Oh, it's not on. Now is it on?
Just hold it really.
Now is it on?
Yes.
Jerry and Leslie jurors, and we're fairly newly weds. We've been married 11 years.
Jean and Jim Edgerton, and we've been married.
It'll be 58 years in November.
Amazing. So how this game is going to work today, I don't know if you've seen the TV show. If you haven't, here's a rundown. So we're going to begin by having the husbands leave the room and ask their wives a series of questions. The husbands will not be able to hear the answers that their wives give. And then we will come back in, we will ask the husbands the same questions, and we will have the wives' answers written down. Ashley and Amy are going to be writing down their answers. And then the wives are going to have their answers with them. The husbands will answer out loud. They'll hold up their sheets and we'll see if they match. If those answers match, they get 10 points. And then we'll do the same thing vice versa. And then whoever has the most points at the end of the game is our winner today, and you will be crowned the couple of the heritage. All right, so we'll get right into it. We're gonna have Cool Ken over here. Oh, we're gonna have Cool Ken take the husbands and take them down the hall to hang out while we ask their wives a series of questions. I think you all know this one, so we're starting nice and easy. Okay, Miss Edgerton, where did you and your husband meet?
He was,
Is the green light on?
it's on.
Okay, just talk directly.
He will say, I was bellied up to the bar. And that's not fair. It was at the Officers Club in Portsmouth, Virginia, and it was at the hospital. So it was my Officers Club, and I was just talking to some friends there. But that's where we met.
All right. Ashley's got it written down.
What numbers?
3.
You gotta talk a little louder.
You all heard it?
No.
Talk louder.
I'll switch
Do I have to
you.
say that again?
No.
Sorry, I was, people say I was bellied up to the bar. But it was at the Hospital Officers Club in Portsmouth, Virginia. And he had just come in from a 9-month med cruise, and we met. And I went home. You'd meet lots of people. And I wrote down Jim Edgerton, USS Boxer, but he was on the USS America, so I didn't know him when he called, but that's where we met. And I was just talking to somebody there. If he tells you I was bellied up to the bar.
All right, we'll have to see what he says. Thank you, Miss Edgerton.
I'll glare at him.
If you want to give that microphone over to Miss Jers. Miss Jers, where did you and your husband first meet?
On eHarmony.
eHarmony. All right. Thank you, Miss Jers. Miss Larson, where did you and your husband first meet?
This doesn't sound very good, but my apartment.
If it's the truth, it's the truth.
Well, I mean, yes, because I was sharing my apartment with a friend of mine from high school, and Andy had met this friend at college where his sister went to school, and they had dated for a year, but they had broken up, but he came over to visit because they had photography in common. Anyway, so it was at the apartment. I met him through my roommate who they dated for a year before that.
Thank you,
And
Miss
she was at
Larson.
our wedding, by the way. No hard feelings.
All right, Miss Ryder, how did you and your husband meet?
Well, David and I met on a blind date because his best friend was dating my best friend. And they fixed us up, and we went on a blind date, and I didn't hear from him again for another year.
So if we were to ask him, you think he'd say blind date?
Yes, he definitely could say a blind date.
All right. All right, next question, question number 2. So we're back over to Miss Edgerton. If you were to ask your husband what his favorite hobby is, what would he say?
Computer?
We'll take it. We've got that written down. Thank you, Miss Edgerton. Miss Jers, if you were to ask your husband what his favorite hobby is, what would he say?
Spending time with investments.
Thank you, Miss Jers. Miss Larson, same question for you.
This is a tough call. I think woodworking. Could
Good
be
hobby.
fishing, but
It'll be a toss-up. We'll see. Miss Ryder, what's your husband's favorite hobby?
I would say either boating or politics.
You gotta pick one.
Boating.
Okay. Perfect.
Boating.
Boating. Question number 3, Miss Edgerton. Who would your husband say is the first to fall asleep while watching TV?
He is.
I like the confidence in that answer.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's the truth. All right, Miss Jers. Who would your husband say is the first to fall asleep while watching TV?
Well, I would hope he would say that he is, but he may say I am.
Isn't that how it goes? So which one?
Which one you want me to really recognize? You are.
Okay.
So,
All right, Miss Larson.
he is.
He is. And we're sure. How about you, Miss Ryder?
Oh, David definitely is.
We'll see what they have to say about that, I guess. All right. Let's see. Miss Edgerton, back over to you. If your husband could eat one food for the rest of his life, what would it be?
Steak.
Who else would say steak? Anyone else? Oh, I thought we'd have more hands. Just a few. The Britnalls say. All right, Miss Jers, if your husband could eat one food for the rest of his life, what would it be?
Possibly Italian cuisine.
Italian cuisine. Miss Larson, how about you?
Chicken.
Chicken. It's a good one. Classic. Miss Ryder, if your husband could eat one food for the rest of his life.
David loves pasta.
Pasta.
Yes.
Amazing. And on to our last question, question number 5. Miss Edgerton, what is your husband's most prized possession besides you, of course? What's your husband's most prized possession? What would he say his most prized possession
We
is?
should have had these questions so we could think about them. His most prized possession, oh my gosh. Besides me.
Besides you.
His memorabilia from the Navy.
Right. Thank you, Miss Edgerton. Miss Jers, what would your husband say his most prized possession is?
Probably his cat, Ivy.
His cat, Ivy. How about you, Miss Larson? We're putting you on the spot here for sure.
This is definitely the toughest question.
We saved it for last.
Oh goodness. I don't know. His fishing rods.
His fishing rods.
Yeah, he sold all his woodworking equipment when he came here. It would be that.
All right, his fishing rods. And Miss Ryder, what's your husband's most prized possession besides
I would
you?
have to say it's me.
Besides you, of course.
Truly. I have to say it's me.
Besides you.
It's got to be besides you.
Well, because we have so much stuff when we moved. We got rid of so much stuff when we moved. I can't think of anything that he has. That he had a fish that his father caught many years ago, and that was a prized possession that he had hung up. And it got broken in the many moves that we had made. But that's the only thing I could think of.
That's a good one. A fish his father caught that he had hung up.
Marlin or something like that, yeah.
All right, we'll go with that then, okay? You want to change your answer, Miss Larson? I think we'll allow it.
His first edition books.
All right, we're changing it from fishing rods to first edition books. All right, let's give these ladies a round of applause. Those are some tough ones. And we can bring the husbands back in to see if their answers match up. And they're already on their way.
I'll stay. Okay, ladies. Okay, he was already all right. Ladies, once you hold it up, you can just toss that paper on the floor, and then we'll get it.
Welcome back, husbands. We're happy to have you. We're starting with you, Mr. Edgerton. So we're going to ask you the same questions that we just asked the wives and see if your answers match up. All right. Question number 1. Where did you two first meet?
We met
in Norfolk, Virginia, at the Officers Club. And actually, it was the Portsmouth Naval Hospital Officers Club.
All right. Miss Edgerton, will you reveal your answer? She said, bellied up to the bar at the Officers Club in Portsmouth, Virginia.
I would have said bellied up to the bar, but discretion.
Exactly. 10 points to you all. And we'll be keeping track over here. Perfect. All right, Mr. Jers, where did you two first meet?
In person?
In person.
No,
No,
it just answer the question.
Oh, just answer.
we met on eHarmony.
There you go. Congrats, 10 points. Mr. Larson, where did you two first meet?
We met in Abington, Pennsylvania, at the apartment. How about that? Yeah. We met in Abington, Pennsylvania, at the apartment of Lee's friend and my old girlfriend.
All right, Miss Larson, what'd you say? Her apartment, 10 points. All right, will we pass it over to Mr. Ryder?
Well, our first date was fixed up by my friend, and we met on this blind date in Cleveland, Ohio, a long time ago.
Miss Ryder, blind date, 4 for 4. Great job. All right, back over to the Edgertons. Mr. Edgerton, what is your favorite hobby?
How about computers?
What did you say, Miss Edgerton? Hold it up, Miss Edgerton.
Miss Edgerton.
Hold it up. Woo! Yes! 10 points to you
That was
all.
lucky.
What is your favorite hobby, Mr. Jers?
Well, I could say eating, but that's not what I want to say. How about investing?
What'd you say, Mr. Spending time with investments. Great job. All right, Mr. Larson, can we pass that mic back over to Mr. Larson? Thank you so much. What's your favorite hobby?
Woodworking.
Woo! Mr. Ryder, what's your favorite hobby?
Hunting, fishing, and boating.
Ooh, you gotta pick one.
Oh, I gotta pick one.
Yep.
Boating.
Let's see what Miss Ryder says. Voting! Another 4 for 4. Amazing. Who is the first to fall asleep while watching TV?
There's only 2 of you.
The qualifier is watching TV.
It is.
Yeah, it's probably me.
What did Miss Edgerton say? Yep. Great job. Mr. Jers, who is the first to fall asleep while watching TV, you or your wife?
I think it would be Leslie.
Amazing, you got it. Mr. Larson?
It's me.
There you go. And Mr. Ryder? You say you? There you go. Another 4 for 4. Everyone's at 30 points so far. So hopefully these next 2 questions will get a couple tiebreakers.
So we'll all go to Hawaii?
You'll all go to Hawaii. We'll plan an outing. All right, Mr. Edgerton, if you could eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Steak.
What'd you say, Miss Edgerton? Hold it up. There we go. Congratulations. Steak. Mr. Jers, if you could eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I played this once before, and my first wife said baked beans, but I'm not going to say that. I would say salads.
Salads. All right, Misters, what'd you say? Italian. Italians. Not quite. Kind of, but not quite.
I'll be leaving now.
Mr. Larson, if you could eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
It's a hard one, but I'll say chicken.
Chicken! Let's go! Mr. Ryder, how about you?
Pasta.
Woo! Great job, everyone. Last question. Mr. Edgerton, what is your most prized possession besides your wife?
It's a tough one.
How about my computer?
You say your computer? All right, let's see what Miss Edgerton said. She said memorabilia from the Navy. Here we go.
I guess it is.
I guess. All right, what's your most prized possession?
Oh dear. I guess our kitty.
Woo! Your cat, Ivy. Mr. Larson, what's your most prized possession?
Our children and grandchildren.
Your children and grandchildren. What do you say, Miss Larson? His first edition books. First edition books. And you, Mr. Ryder?
My many children and many grandchildren.
Your children and grandchildren. What did you say, Miss Ryder? She said the fish that your father caught that you had hung up. Well, great rounds, everybody. Give yourself a round of applause. Everyone's tied at 40 points right now. So maybe next round will be our tiebreaker. So we're going to have the wives go ahead and leave the room and ask the husbands a series of questions. No listening.
Yeah, the Larson's missing. What? Yeah, I told her. So y'all are just right behind. This is the prized possession and they got chicken.
Mr. Edgerton, start with you. Do you have the microphone? Can we get him the microphone over there? Perfect. Where did you and your wife go on your very first date? If you were to ask her where you went on your very first date, what would she say?
I think she'd say the shipyard.
Shipyard?
Yes.
Alrighty. The shipyard. Alrighty. Mr. Jers, if you were to ask your wife where you went on your very first date, what would she say?
I would say the Crazy Frog restaurant in Kansas City.
The Crazy Frog restaurant in Kansas City. Is that correct? Is that what you said? Perfect. Mr. Larson, where did you two go on your very first date?
Conti's Cross Key Tavern.
What is that?
Conti's Cross Keys Tavern.
Keys.
Yeah.
Cross Keys?
It's an Italian.
Cross Keys Tavern. Alrighty. And you, Mr. Ryder, what was your first date?
I think it was a movie.
You remember what movie? Just thought I'd ask. A movie. All right, back over to you, Mr. Edgerton. What was your first dance song? Do you have grab the microphone? What was your first dance song?
Somewhere my love.
Say it again.
Somewhere my love.
Somewhere My Love. All righty. Mr. Jers, same to you. What was your first dance song?
I'm in trouble. Want me to hum a few bars?
Yes.
I was so thrilled to be married, I can't even remember.
Oh, that's a sweet answer. Do you remember how it goes?
No.
We'll write that answer.
Okay.
We'll write that answer down.
Maybe she'll say the same thing.
Yeah, you never know. Mr. Larson, how about you?
Always.
Always. And you, Mr. Ryder, what was your first dance song?
I have absolutely no idea.
Absolutely no idea. And that's okay. All right, Mr. Edgerton. When your wife says, "I'll be ready in 5 minutes," how long do you really have to wait?
This is a tough one. I'll be kind. 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Mr. Jers, how long do you really have to wait?
Whatever she said.
Whatever she says. All right. Mr. Larson?
Truthfully, until she goes potty, then we go.
Just until she goes potty. We're writing it down. So she will see it when he holds it up.
At least 20 minutes.
At least 20 minutes, Mr. Ryder says. All right. Okay, I'm going to ask this one and then just give you a moment to think. What's your wife's proudest achievement? Take a moment to think about it. Maybe while we give them a moment to think, you all think about your own proudest achievement. You ready, Mr. Edgerton? All right, what's your wife's proudest achievement?
I think raising our 3 children.
Raising your 3 kids.
Correct.
Love it. What about you, Mr. Jers? What's your wife's proudest achievement?
I would say having wonderful, wonderful children.
Having wonderful, beautiful children. Mr. Larson?
Being a teacher.
Being a teacher. And you, Mr. Ryder, what's your wife's proudest achievement?
Well, I should say it was marrying me, but I'm afraid that's not the right answer. It was raising 5 children.
Raising 5 children. All right, we're down to our last question. Will you give Mr. Edgerton the microphone? Who said, "I love you" first?
Oh. That's a fun game.
I did.
Jim did. And you, Mr. Jers, who said, "I love you" first?
I did too.
Lee did.
We did.
Probably me.
Probably him. All right, thank you, husbands. We'll see if these match up. We're going to bring the wives back in and reveal our answers. right, welcome back, ladies. Are you excited to hear what your husband said? All right, Miss
I'm
Edgerton.
gonna start at that end now.
We'll keep it in order. All right, Miss Edgerton. Where did you go on your very first date?
We went out to eat probably at the officers club, but then afterwards, he was in the USS America, which is a little ship. How big is that ship? Anyway, it was in dry dock, and he said, "Do you want to walk under the ship?" So I said, "Sure." And I got a hard hat, and we went under this, how many tons?
90,000.
90,000 ton ship with a hard hat on. So that was fun.
Mr. Edgerton, what did you say? Shipyard. Yes, correct. So you guys are matched up. Nice job. All right. Misters, where did you go on your very first date?
To a little French restaurant called Le Faux Frog.
Let's see what he said. Crazy Frog. Those must be the same thing. Miss Larson, where'd you go on your first date?
Out to dinner at the Casa Conti.
What did Mr. Larson say?
Cross keys.
Cross Keys Tavern. Is that the same
That's the
thing?
same thing. He was saying that. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yes, same thing. Same thing. Nice job.
Cross Keys Restaurant.
There you go. Miss Ryder, where did you go on your first date?
Well, you have to understand, I was only 17. So it was quite a while ago, but I think we went to a movie.
There you go. A movie. Nice job, everybody. Back over to Miss Edgerton. What was your first dance song?
He can't tell you the answer.
A dance song. I love you truly, truly, dear.
And what did you say, Mr. Edgerton? He said, "Somewhere, my love." So not quite. Is that the same? I have no idea. Sing it on 3 and we'll see if it matches. I'm just
Different
kidding.
songs.
All right, Miss Sturz, what was your first dance song?
Well, we really don't have a first dance song.
And what-
I know of. But probably the first song that really meant something, especially to me, was Louis Armstrong's "What a Wonderful World."
Well, isn't that beautiful? Let's see what Mr. Jurt said. He said he was so thrilled to be married, he doesn't know. And what a good answer that is. All right, Miss Larson,
Always.
let's see.
Oh,
Nice job, you guys. And we'll pass the mic over to Miss Rader.
Well, my very, very favorite song of all is Unchained Melody, so I don't know.
He said no idea. And doesn't that happen sometimes?
Unchained Melody by the Righteous Brothers.
All right, back over to Miss Edgerton. When you say that you'll be ready in 5 minutes, how long does he really have to wait?
$15.
Let's see. 15, and he said he was being kind.
He was. And I was guessing. Didn't want to say 25.
I'll ask Miss Jers. Miss Jers, when you say, "I'll be ready in 5 minutes," how long does your husband really have to wait?
Usually about 5 minutes.
Oh, she's right on the dot. Whatever she His answer was whatever she says. Miss Larson, when you say you'll be ready in 5 minutes, how long does he really have to wait?
not at all. I'm probably already ready, but.
She's ready on time. Let's see what he said. He said, just when she has to potty, then he got it.
All right, host, are we giving them that? She said she's ready. It's up to you.
No.
Oh, okay. Not the same answer. Go ahead.
All right, Miss Ryder, how long does your husband have to wait if you say, I'll be ready in 5 minutes? If you say, I'll be ready in 5 minutes, how long does he really have to wait?
About 20, 25 minutes.
At least 20 minutes. There you go. Nice job, everybody. All right, 2 more questions. Miss Edgerton, I'll just ask you. What is your proudest achievement?
Raising 3 kids born in 3 years.
3 kids in 3 years. Let's see what your husband said. Raising our 3 children. Nice job. How about you, Misters? What's your proudest achievement?
I really have no idea what it would be. That's kind of hard. Well, maybe raising my 2 boys.
Raising your 2 boys. Let's see what your husband says. Wonderful children. There you go. Nice job. How about you, Miss Larson?
I was going to say the same thing, raising our 2 children.
Same thing for you? Your husband said being a teacher. That's a great achievement too.
That's also great.
Yes, also great. Miss Ryder, what's your proudest achievement?
Unequivocally, I would say my proudest achievement is having and raising 5 fabulous children.
5 fabulous children, and there we go. He said the same. All right. We're on our last question, and it is, Miss Edgerton, who said, I love you first?
He did.
He did. Let's see. Yep, there you go. Nice job. He said the same. All right, Misters, who said I love you first?
Jerry did.
Jerry did. Verbatim. Word for word, Jerry did. All right, Larson's who said I love you first?
I did.
She did. Aww. And a little heart. Who said I love you first? Give her the mic.
I would have to say it would be David.
David probably did, is what he said. So we'll take it. All right. That's it for all of our questions. You all did such a great job. All right. We'll reveal our scores here. We did have a 3-way tie. So we had the Edgertons with 80 points. The Jers with 80 points, the Larsons with 60 points, and the Ryders with 80 points. But you all are the winners of the Heritage. Wonderful job today. Thank you so much for coming out and playing, and thank you all so much for being here. That's it for our Not So Newlywed game. Thanks for coming.